CareerTalk. I'm Liz, and I'm here with TJ. How are you doing this morning, or today?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. So I hear you're the site
superintendent.
Site superintendent. Could you tell me a little bit about what you do here?
Pretty much what my job is every facet of this project is my job. It's my responsibility. From the moment I get here, there's times I'm here at 9, 10 o'clock at night, locking up gates, making sure the site's secure. Every detail on the job is my responsibility.
Wow.
All the documentation, everything, it is my job. That's pretty much what I do.
So what kind of training did you need or degree did you need to become this?
No degree was necessary. I actually started with CCI. Actually, next month will be my 30th year working at CCI.
Wow.
I actually started before it was CCI. It was ABC Construction, and it was ABC Construction, then HCP Construction, and then right around 95 is when we went to CCI. I started working out from summer help on up.
When you were in high school, did you know kind of like this is what you wanted to do, or what
Not
was
a clue.
Not a clue?
Not even a clue. I stumbled onto this project as summer help.
Oh, really?
And I stuck it out. My first day on the job, I was on a roof over on Park Avenue spreading plastic cement thinking, what am I doing? Went home, I was covered in tar, and I stuck it out, and 30 years later, I'm a manager. So.
And you enjoy it?
Yes, I do.
Enjoy it? Okay. Have you ever worked on like a stadium like this big or anything like this?
This is the
before?
first stadium CCI's ever done.
Okay. So what is this? How big do you guys usually get? Like,
the largest project I've been on was like $38 million, which was down in Iowa. We did a project for Siemens where they do their wind tower blades.
Oh, okay.
So the size of the project is not intimidating, and actually doing the field wasn't. We learned a lot of new technology. I mean, there's a lot to learn about baseball. I played a lot of baseball growing up, but didn't quite understand the science behind it.
Yeah.
And everything that Major League Baseball requires.
If someone was interested in doing what you do, how would you guide them? What would you suggest that they do?
Recommendation would be you're going to have to learn to be a hard worker.
Hard worker.
Sure. Too many people come into our industry and the young kids and they think they're going to work for 2 years and then instantly become a manager.
No.
You're going to do at least 10 to 12 years in the field of working hard and learning the trade before you're even, in my opinion, qualified to become a manager.
Mm-hmm. Long days,
yes.
Hot days, can be cold days.
When I first started, all we did was ABC stores nationwide, and we worked 12 to 14 hours a day, 3 weeks at a time. We'd come home for a weekend and go back out the next Monday.
Yeah, for sure. So being site superintendent and in charge of everything, what kind of problems do you encounter like on a daily basis?
It literally could be anything. I mean, we've had problems where the porta pots, we couldn't get the company come to clean them, so when you have 120 guys here going to the bathroom, the porta pots are overflowing. That's a problem. Last week we had a homeless lady almost get hit by a car in front of the building.
Wow.
So we had to have the police and ambulance come pick her up. Actually, yesterday I had animal control here. Because out in front of the building there was a kitten that was stuck underneath one of the forklift pockets of one of the road barricades.
Oh my God.
So we had to have them come out and get that. It's a never-ending process. Our job is everything's a moving target.
Unexpected. Everything's unexpected.
What I would say as far as dealing with problems is you never let them fester. If there's a problem, you have to deal with it immediately so you can move on. Otherwise,
right.
it just compiles, and that doesn't matter what you're doing in life. You have to deal with the problem immediately.
For sure. How has your job like changed like over the years, like starting off to now?
I would say the documentation is a lot more now with all the contracts and the way they're written. Everything is designed around lawyers. So that you spend an hour every day doing a daily log on a job this size, because on average we have anywhere between, I'd say 100 to 130 associates on site working at any time here right now.
So I see the nets are coming up, the field's really getting put together. Could you just tell us a little bit more about that?
As of right now, what's on the field, you can see the concrete behind you. The steps are a different color. Those were just poured on Monday. Okay. Right now, after the precast was installed, you have to pour individual steps on the precast. That gets the individual steps as you go up. There's down on both ends of the concourse, there's 4 ADA seating areas that will get hand railing, so wheelchairs can wheel up. That way you can still view the ball game from there. As you can see, the netting is going up. It stops right there, goes around, and it stops over there at the end of the bleachers. The netting's up out on the outside of the field. There's a drink area and there's a kids area down there, so there's netting up there so kids don't get hit by baseballs. Out on the field right now, this is the brown colored clay right now. That's the base layer clay. There will be a bright red color, the topping going on next week at some point. So it'll actually, it will be the final baseball play color. And then sometime in the next 2 weeks, the turf will start going down.
Okay, I was just gonna ask about that. So how, do you just like put everything over top of the gravel, or like how does that all, or like the rock?
What they did for the stone is, there's a filter fabric that was put down after they finish graded the entire site. They put a filter fabric over the top of it, all the way around the outside of the actual field. There's an 18-inch drain tile, and every 20 feet there's another drain tile that runs from one end of the park to the other, and they're all interconnected. That's the drainage system for the ball field. So if you get heavy rains, it just seeps right into the ground.
Wow.
And once that's installed, the entire field had a filter fabric, which is that black material right there.
Okay.
That's installed down. That separates the dirt from the actual stone. So when you put it up, you don't have any infiltration coming up to where the stone starts getting dirty.
Gotcha.
So they got this stone going down. You can see the piles of it's the topping that goes down. That's what they actually set the turf on.
Okay, gotcha. So how much more do you, like how much longer do you guys have to go until it's...
We're turning the project over on July 24th to the owner.
24th?
The first game's August 3rd.
Okay.
We have a lot to do.
And then I see there's a lot of work going in, like for like the inside, like parts of the stadium. What's happening in there right now?
As of right now, we're still finished drywalling, finished mudding up on the third floor. Second floor is primarily done with drywall mud. We're going to start installing an FRP board, which is, it's basically a plastic material that has like little bumpy material on it. It's for cleanable in the kitchen areas. We're going to start installing that tomorrow. Inside the first opening, they're getting ready to start installing coil doors, which is overhead doors just for closure at all the concession areas.
Gotcha.
As you can see up top, they've already started putting the glass in on the window systems up on third floor. Very much needed.
For sure.
That way we can finish drywalling up against those.
Mm-hmm.
And our guys right now, that's our crew right there. They're installing wood nailer up inside of the beams on the overhang. We're going to be installing, the next couple of weeks, we're going to start installing cedar. A decorative cedar that was just sealed clear. That's what's going to go in there.
So where are we going to head next?
We can head up to third floor if you want.
Third floor? All right. So TJ, could you tell me a little bit about where we are and what's going on in here?
This room right here, we're on the third floor on the very west side. This is the larger of the two suites that are available. As far as suite-wise, this one, their intention was even after baseball that they'll be able to rent this out for weddings, any type of special events. And in this room here, on that side of the building, there's the Rock River. On this side over here, all these openings that you see here, these are all going to be sectional glass doors that can all open. So on a nice day, they can open up all the windows and have fresh air in here. Just watch out for the bugs. And on the very end down there, you can see that's going to be the main bar area.
Oh, wow.
On the back side of that, inside the room, through that opening there, that's the main kitchen for the third floor.
So what's some of the work that's going on behind us? What are all these guys doing?
As of right now, the guys on both scissor lifts, they're finished mudding the drywall. As you can see, they're putting on outside corners right now. They're getting ready to mud those in. There's a big push on getting this all mudded so we can start painting next week.
Gotcha.
At some point next week, everything in this ceiling has to get painted. It's called mink, which is kind of a darker gray color.
Okay. So why does it all have to get like painted?
This one actually gets a cloud ceiling as well, so you'll have multiple squares, so you can actually see up and behind some of the ceiling areas.
Oh wow.
So they want everything in the background painted so it blends in, looks good.
Perfect. So I understand that we got some windows coming in here.
Yeah, we can go there next.
About the windows that are being installed here.
Well, right now the glazers are installing, all the frames have been installed. They're starting to set all the glass. These lower half, these are actual operable windows. This is basically one of the press boxes where they can open up the windows and see what's going on.
Okay. thank you so much for taking your time to answer all the questions and stuff.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and thank you guys out there for watching. If you guys have any more questions, contact CCI or CareerTalk.